I did a video giving my 2 cents on the options LA Metro is considering for the northern extension of its K line. And I got comments on that video. A lot of comments. So many thoughtful comments, for which I am incredibly grateful. But did the comments in my video change my mind? I'll talk about that in today's video. One of the first things I did when reassessing my opinion was seeing which alignments my commenters favored. So, let's take a look at the numbers. Namely, the number of people who spoke in favor of each of the alignments in my video. In my very unscientific tally, I found the following. I counted 5 comments in favor of the first alignment. This first alignment is also known as the La Brea alignment, through which the route would head northwest on San Vicente Boulevard and north on La Brea Avenue, connecting to the future Metro D line station at Wilshire and La Brea and the Metro B line further north. This was the alignment I originally favored, but it was also the least popular of the 3 alignments in the comments section. I counted 10 comments in favor of the second alignment. The second alignment is known as the Fairfax alignment. This alignment heads northwest on San Vicente Boulevard and north on Fairfax Avenue, connecting to the future Metro D line station at Wilshire and Fairfax. It continues north on Fairfax Avenue, east on Santa Monica Boulevard, and turns north on Highland Avenue to connect with the Metro B line. The second alignment was more popular in the comments section than the first alignment. But was it more popular than the third alignment? The answer is no. The third alignment, also known as the San Vicente Fairfax alignment, was the most popular. There were 15 comments made in favor of this alignment. This alignment, for the record, heads northwest on San Vicente Boulevard, then north on Fairfax Avenue, connecting to the future Metro D line station at Wilshire and Fairfax. This alignment continues north on Fairfax Avenue, then goes west on Beverly Boulevard, north on San Vicente Boulevard, east on Santa Monica Boulevard, and then turns north on Highland Avenue to connect to the Metro B line. This third alignment was also my least favorite of the 3, just because it seems so twisty and indirect. So it was interesting for me to realize that the alignment that made the most sense to me is the alignment that was the least popular in my unscientific tally, also known as the comments section of my video. And the alignment that made the least sense to me is the most popular alignment. But before deciding whether to completely abandon my previous viewpoint, I wanted to take a look at what commenters said about the alignment proposals, especially if they brought up points different from what I raised in my video. The first option, the La Brea alignment, didn't seem to have any additional arguments beyond what I had raised in my video, which is that it's the most direct. And that's just about it. That it's direct, and therefore the fastest of the 3. The second option, the Fairfax alignment, did have a comment or two raise an interesting point. The interesting point is that, for the extra destinations it serves beyond the La Brea alignment, namely the Grove and a number of museums, it's projected to only be 3 minutes longer with this alignment than the La Brea one. I was able to independently fact-check this myself, using the draft environmental impact report about the different K-line alignment options. The third option, the San Vicente Fairfax alignment, had multiple arguments in favor of the line beyond what I had mentioned in my video. I found the arguments related to West Hollywood rather compelling. There were commenters who pointed out that it may be quite a long time before rail transit gets to the middle of West Hollywood if this alignment weren't selected. Which is kind of depressing because West Hollywood is very pro-transit. And I'm generally of the opinion that when there's the political will and the demand for transit, you should build it. There was also the argument in the comments section that the San Vicente Fairfax alignment would serve the Cedars-Sinai Medical Center, in addition to serving the Grove. That's pretty compelling too, for Cedars-Sinai has approximately 14,000 employees. Some even argued that the simple fact that this serves the Cedars-Sinai Medical Center makes the San Vicente Fairfax alignment the real winner between the 3 choices. And I get why. One bread and butter function of rapid transit is to move people from work to home and vice versa. A third additional compelling argument is that this alignment would still be significantly faster than the current journey from the current northern terminus of the K line to the Hollywood and Highland stop on the B line. Consider this. I was drafting my script on a Wednesday evening, and at the time I was drafting my script, I estimated that it would take 47 minutes to get between the two destinations. With the San Vicente Fairfax alignment, it would take 19 minutes, saving nearly half an hour each way. Not as quick as the La Brea alignment from south to north, but fast enough that if someone were heading from south to north in that part of the LA area, the time savings versus taking the bus would still be life changing for some. More importantly, it would be faster than driving, at least during rush hours. So, were all these additional compelling arguments enough for me to change my mind and favor the San Vicente Fairfax alignment? Actually, kind of, which is rather shocking because I generally consider myself to be a bit of a stubborn person. My favorite alignment of the three is now the San Vicente Fairfax alignment, like the plurality of comments on here. But it's for reasons only partly related to what people mention in the comments section. Viewers who favor the third alignment are correct that it serves more destinations than either of the first two alignments. But what wasn't mentioned so much is the fact that if we don't build rail to these destinations now, we may never get rail to these destinations. One comment said that it may be a little while before we get rail to any part of Santa Monica Boulevard if we don't get the rail now. But something that wasn't mentioned in any comments is that it appears unclear as to when or if we get rail to the Grove or to Cedar Sinai if we don't build this alignment now. That is really depressing. And the best way to address this depressing fact is by building the San Vicente Fairfax alignment. I think there's broad agreement that multiple destinations on the San Vicente Fairfax alignment are major destinations for a lot of people, and that it's probably better to have a good but not quite perfect line serving these destinations than no line at all. All the more reason for me to favor the third alignment. This, of course, brings up a sticky question. What does this mean for the Santa Monica Boulevard line I made in a previous video? My answer to this question is that I'm going to modify it, but that it's not going away. There is just way too much demand for east-west transit along the Sunset and Santa Monica Boulevard corridors to just throw out this line. Especially since the K-line extension still wouldn't address the demand for east-west transit in the area. This is how I would modify it. I would have all the stops on this originally proposed line all the way to the Santa Monica La Brea intersection. I would then have the line turn north onto La Brea and then west on Sunset Boulevard for the rest of the route. There would be a stop at Sunset Boulevard and Fairfax Avenue, as well as the same final stop of Sunset Boulevard and La Cienega Boulevard. So really, there's only one stop on the line that's different. The Sunset and La Cienega stop would still serve the Sunset Strip, something the K-line extension would not do. With all that in mind, now it's time to update my LA Metro Fantasy map to reflect the preferred alignment, as well as my modification to the light rail line for Sunset and Santa Monica Boulevards. Here we go. I think that this third alignment of the K line and a Santa Monica Sunset line can both exist, and both serve several transit needs in the area. But if you disagree with me on that score, or if you happen to agree with me, I'd like to hear your thoughts in the comment section below. Also, make sure to leave a like and subscribe to my channel for more content on imagining better rail transit in the United States. Thank you, and have a good day.